Now into the last part of the task, if you like, with just about 13 weeks left to go, to see if I can reduce my energy consumption by 50% in 1 year. And it's what I call the easier period. We've just almost finished winter, spring has started, we've had a bit of sunshine this week, but it's still blinking cold in this house. In the other room there, it's about 9 degrees. My hands are cold because I've not put the heating on, because it's not cold enough. So you might still think, a little bit doolally, but so far, in the 3/4 of the year I've been doing the project, I've saved over 1,600 units of energy from gas and electric. Today, for instance, I've saved up all my washing, not for the whole 9 months. Saved up my washing, and instead of putting in half a load, got a full load of washing on the go, followed by another full load of washing. Did some during the night as well. I think electricity is cheaper during the night. And making the most of a dry day, so we'll dry that and then do all the ironing on Sunday. But yeah, it's a relief getting into that easier period where we've got March, April and May, where it becomes lighter evenings, more likely to want to get out of bed because it's not quite so cold, and obviously get outdoors, enjoy the sunshine, and of course save on energy. So far so good. Survived the winter, out of the tent, now into the sunshine. Oh yes. We've had to finish our year's savings of gas and electricity 8 weeks early because I'm moving house. So, you know, a bit difficult to carry it on. But what I've been doing is, over the past 40 odd weeks, is writing down every week, every Sunday afternoon, how many units of gas and electricity I've been using, and then compiling a list there of how much I used at the same time last year, averaging it out. So looking at my electricity up till this week, from June last year to now, I would have used 2,112 units this time last year, whereas now I've used 1,044 units. So making over 50% saving. I actually saved myself 1,068 units. So what it work out the price of a unit of electricity. It's quite complicated when you look at the bill. So I've actually saved over 50% of the electricity. So I've managed to succeed in that by those points that I made earlier in the video of how to save electricity. Then looking at the gas, this time last year I will have used 1,205.6 units of gas. Now, at the same time, 302 units of gas used. So the gas has actually saved 903.6 units. So well over the 50% target that I'd reached. And I'm sure when I get the bill from my utility provider, I'll see that I've actually saved that money. Well, the energy saving year is now over, and so unplugging things, full washing loads, rechargeable batteries, not filling the kettle up, filling a flask, not putting the heating on, has now finished, although obviously carry on. So even though I moved house for the last few weeks, I still carried it on in the end. And one of the highlights was getting a cheque from my old utility provider for £571, I think it was, and that's how much I basically saved in the 43 weeks, but I carried it on in the end. And so this little sheet here shows how much energy I used in units last year. It was 3,920. Well, I managed to save altogether in the 52 weeks 2,409 units, because I only used 1,511 units for the year. So it goes to show that if you are really mad but careful, you can actually save a heck of a lot of money. I mean, that's, you know, over 50%, and obviously the more you can save with gas, the better it is, because I think that costs more. So really good. So it's nice to be able to return back to normal, and the year has finished. But you know, with energy prices rising all the time, more and more people face difficulties. Then things like I've, you know, sort of had fun explaining about can be done, but it can be really tough in the winter. You just got to hope we don't get long winters. But yes, succeeded in doing it.